Hello everybody, welcome along to the video today, and today we're going to carry on with our race car. So if you haven't seen the first two parts of the making our race car game in Scratch, you can go back and have a look at those videos whenever you're ready. So today what we're going to do is we're going to build on, we've got a car that drives and we've got some checkpoints. What I said we'd try and do is we're going to try and make some tyre marks, so when you turn a corner we're going to have some tyre marks that are left behind. So that's the plan, that's what we're going to go for. So let's try it now. So first thing I'm going to look at is how am I going to make these tyre marks show. So I'm going to need a sprite that's going to act as the tyre marks, and to do this I'm going to make two sprites for the back wheels of my cart. So let's go on to Scratch and I'm going to make two sprites. In fact, I'm going to make one sprite, I'm going to duplicate it because they're going to be the same shape and size. So I want a new sprite. Oh no, I don't want that. I want to draw my sprite. So let's go to the paintbrush. Right, so all I want is a rectangle because my tyres are rectangular from above. And I would like that rectangle to be black, which should be easy to find. Black, there we go. Colour it in black, job done. So it's a bit big at the minute. I'm going to need to reduce it in size, so let's do that. So let's bring it down to 20%. Let's see if that's about right. Okay, it's not bad. I'm going to go a little bit smaller. I'm going to go to 18%. It doesn't want to go smaller than 22. That's interesting. Okay, well let's reduce the size on here then. Let's grab and pinch it in a little bit and pinch it in a little bit more. Okay, so they're roughly the same size as my tyres now. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my car so that they line up. So I want to change the rotation, the direction of my car, because I'd like them to line up to begin with. And that way I can then move them so they're on top of each other. Well, I can see at the minute this one's a bit long, so I'm going to just reduce its length again. And one more time. Okay, pretty happy that that's gone. Right now, so here's what we're going to do is we're going to write a bit of code that's going to make it go to that point there. So this could be quite tricky. So when I click go, forever, go to Sprite 1's my car. Okay, so it's forever going to go to Sprite 1. Now if I do that, and then say, let's make a clone of it. So if we're going to make a clone of it, I'll just draw a picture of it as we drive along, so we can see where it's coming out the back of our car. So where's cloning now? Create a clone of myself. So my steering keys are A and D. So I only want it to happen when it's turning. I'll put it on A and D, but for now I'm going to have it on all the time just so I can see where it's coming from. So I click go and I'm going to start driving. And okay, so you can see I've got a bit of a tyre mark going on, which is okay, but it's sort of coming from the middle of the car and then it stops because I've run out of available number of clones. So we're going to have to do something about that. It's too close to the middle. So if I go to this sprite and I go to its costumes, now you'll notice that I always line my sprites up at the center. Well, this time I'm not going to. I'm going to line my sprites up to be a little bit to the left, and this might be a bit of trial and error. We have to see, where does it line up with my car. So that is further over to the left. It's pretty close to my tyre, but it's still not quite right. So let's stop. Let's move it further again. Oh, don't want to change its size. Let's move it further left again and try it again. Right, you can see already that I think it's going to be too far left now. So that's too far left. Let's try it back inside a bit. And again. And that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. You can see it's going to make some lines behind my car. That's not bad. Okay, but we're still running out of clones. So here we're going to have to do some extra coding here. So I don't want it to do a clone all the time. I only want to do it when I turn. So we're going to have when the A key and the D key are pressed. So it's an event. When the A key, and we'll clone that because I want the same for the D key. Okay, then we're going to set some instructions for what happens when you make a clone. So when I start as a clone, I then want it to start to fade away and then delete itself. So I'm going to get a loop, a repeat loop, because I don't want it to go on forever. So I'm going to get a repeat by 10 loop, and then at the end of its repeat it's going to delete. And what I want it to do, I want it to fade away. And I think if I go into looks, there's a option that I can use to fade it out. And switch costume, switch backdrop, change size, set size, change colour. Perhaps I can't. I thought there was. So we might have to come up with another option. So we could say change colour effect. That will change the colour of it. We can change the size of it by, so we can make it shrink as it before it disappears. Let's try that. So we're going to change it by -1. Okay, let's give it a go. So I'm driving along. Right, so it's disappearing pretty quickly at the minute, which is okay. I think I just need it to be a little bit longer. So let's change it. Let's change this to 50. Let's go way bigger and see what happens. So it should last a bit longer now. So when I turn, oh no, I'm not getting what I wanted now. I'm only getting the odd little bit of time mark. So maybe I'll change that back to 10 because I must be causing a problem with this bit of code. And try again. Okay, so this is okay. This is not exactly what I imagined, but it's working okay. That when you turn a corner, you get a bit of a tyre mark. You can see the tyres leaving their mark as they turn. Okay, now I'm pretty happy with that. I could make costumes that made it fade away. Well, maybe we'll try that after. For now, what I want to do is try and get the other tyre to be working as well. So I'm going to right-click, duplicate, and so now I've got two of the same, and they both got the same code. But what I'm going to do with this one is, instead of having it to the left-hand side of the middle of the sprite, I'm going to pick it up and move it to the right-hand side. So I should, I think, end up with two tyres. So as I drive along, I leave two tyre marks. Okay, now I'm spotting the problem is here. I'm not quite getting the sort of smooth line that I wanted. So that's got to do with the repeat by 10, because it's waiting for its 10 loops before it makes another sprite, I think. So what happens if I remove it? Does it go back to... no, it doesn't. Okay, that's interesting. Let's remove that on both. That's much more the smooth line I'm looking for, but then it stops. So what I'm going to have to do is think about, can I have, when I start as clone, can I have an if? Can I have a little if loop that says if? Do you know what? I don't want to overcomplicate this. So I'm going to actually leave it as it was. I'm going to reconnect those, I'm going to be pretty happy with that as it is. Okay. Now, at the moment, this is pretty good, but I can see that there are 2 black marks that are following my car around that start my skid, and I don't want to be able to see those. So I wonder if I can hide them when we start, and then they'll still make clones. Let's see. If I just hide these 2 at the beginning, will they still make the tyre mark on the floor? Don't know, let's find out. So no. So what that means is when they turn, they're going to need to create a clone of themselves and then hide. And we'll see if that works. It might hide the clones as well. I don't think it will, but let's try it. Show, create a clone, then hide. Show, create a clone, and then hide. So now I can't see them next to my car now, but when I turn, they do appear, and we still get the tyre marks as we turn. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I wonder whether I could do something else instead, because I know I can go and get the pen tool. We've used the pen tool before. I wonder if we could use the pen tool instead of using the cloning. Let's try it instead, shall we? So let's say, let's just borrow this bit of code from it. I'm going to just put those to one side. I might put them back later on. And I'm going to say, right, I want you to put the pen down like that. I want the pen colour at the start of the game to be black. So it looks like the tyres. And then, right, we can set the pen transparency as well. So instead of changing the size, we could maybe change the transparency. Okay, don't know, we'll see. Right, let's just give it a go, see what it looks like. So we can drive along. Right, and you can see where I've been. I kind of get a black line, which is pretty good, but I don't want it to be there all the time. This is an interesting problem because it's there all the time, so I almost want it to be deleted every so often. So let's say forever pen up. Don't know what this is going to do. We need to clear the, so erase all, yeah, okay, and go. Right, so now when I'm driving along, if I do a turn, no, that's not really working. I don't think the pen's the way to go, actually, guys. I think that's an experiment that hasn't worked out. So I'm going to go back to my original plan and go to this. So we've got this code and we've got our 2 tyres. We've got one on the left, one on the right. When we start off, we hide them and they forever go to our sprite. So they always go to our car. When I press D and turn right, it's going to create a clone of itself, but after showing. If I press A, it's going to create a clone of itself after showing, and then when it starts, it's going to change its size by -1 10 times, and then it's going to delete itself. And in the end, we get something that looks a bit like this. Now, I think what I could do is probably change the way I built my car, and I might get a better sort of skid. This sort of works. I'm not 100% happy with it, but you get an idea of it working. I'm making sure my laps still work. It does indeed. You get a bit of an idea, and you can sort of see where the car has been and the turns it's made. So that's pretty good. I'm okay with that. I might go back and try another way of doing it in the future. What I'd like to do tomorrow to finish this game off is I'd like to build a track where you go quicker on the tarmac and you slow down if you go into the gravel or the grass. So that'll be the final one on our race car videos. But this is okay. I'm pretty happy with this. You could have your own go at this, guys. You could try a different way of doing it. You could try using the pen. Let me know how you get on, and hope you're all safe, and I hope to see you all again soon. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye, everybody.